Sergeant Thomas Cooke had been on his way to his car at the City of Derry Golf Club at Prehen. He was shot at close range by a number of gunmen who had apparently been hiding in nearby bushes. 52-year-old Sergeant Cooke was married with 3 teenage sons. He came from New Buildings, a few miles from the scene of the attack. He was attached to the crime prevention unit but had been on sick leave for some time. Sergeant Cooke was the 9th police officer to be killed this year and the 4th within the past 2 weeks. RUC Divisional Commander David Turkington said he had been ruthlessly slain by what he called mad dogs unleashed on society by paramilitary godfathers. Local journalist George Jackson was among those at the golf club when the shooting happened.
Well, I was in the clubhouse at about 11:15 when Tom Cooke left. He left on his own and went to his car, which is parked in the car park. And then shortly afterwards, we heard about 6 to 8 dull thuds. There was about a dozen people in the lounge bar at the time. And initially, I didn't think shots had been fired. But then one of the other people in the clubhouse shouted, "Tom Cooke's just left. Shots have been fired." So we ran out, ran across the car park to his car and saw his body lying beside his car.
Security was extremely tight as the funeral procession made its way from Sergeant Cooke's home at New Buildings to Mahara Mason Presbyterian Church on the main road between Derry and Strabane. The church was filled with mourners and the funeral service was relayed to the hundreds more who stood outside. Among them Father Ignatius McQuillan, a former president of the golf club of which Sergeant Cooke had been a highly popular member, the club which was the scene of his murder on Thursday night. During the service, the former Presbyterian moderator, Dr. Jack Weir, criticised opposition to the RUC and made it clear that his stance on the increasing number of terrorist attacks was unequivocal.
There are no legitimate targets for this kind of violence. Not policemen or judges, not contractors, farmers or shopkeepers, not being the wrong sort of person in the wrong place at the wrong time, not family connections, women or children.